Children, this is your time. Would you like to come to the front? We've got Emily waiting. Thank you, Emily, for joining us. It's lovely to see you girls. What are your names?
Karen, Sarah.
And Sarah. Lovely to have you here, girls. Well, I can see behind me some beautiful Lego pieces, some shapes. What are those shapes? Crosses on churches, aren't they? Aren't they? Well done. I think that's from last week, was it? Done by the children? They're clever builders, aren't they? Do any of them look like our church? Maybe a little bit too small, aren't they? Our church is really big, but they're still places where we meet, aren't they? Because we are the church. Well, there are a few children away today because of Big Camp, and we hope that they're having a special time together up there, don't we? Because we're having a special Sabbath here for ourselves today. Now, today I'm going to show you a video that is called What is Church? And that will tell us that we are church. Did you know that you and I and everyone here belongs to Jesus' church family? Did you know that? Yes, we belong to a little family in our own homes, sometimes a big family, but we also belong to Jesus' big church family. And we belong to him because Jesus is the leader of our lives. That's what we believe. And we all love Jesus because he first loved us. He put us first when he died on the cross for our sins, so that we could be with him forever as part of his family. Isn't that special? Very special. Jesus is so good to us. But what can you do for Jesus? Can you think of some things that you can do for Jesus? Because he has done so much for us. Girls, do you have any ideas? Pray. Go to church. What about, Emily, what about saying thank you to Jesus? Can we say thank you to Jesus? Yes. So we can also obey him. And one of the things Jesus asks us to do is to obey Mum and Dad. That's important, isn't it? What about doing jobs for Mum and Dad, even when we're not asked? That's pretty special, isn't it? Just asking them. Good on you, Emily. Pick up toys. Do you do it? Good girl. Just ask them. That would be a surprise because sometimes they ask you. But if you can really surprise your mum and dad by saying, "What can I do for you, Mum? What can I do for you, Dad?" That would give them a lovely surprise. Maybe you do that already. Or the other thing we can do is to share our time and our friendship with each other at home. Do something for your sister. Surprise her. Say, or your brother. Surprise Ethan and say, "Ethan, what can I do for you?" I wonder what he'll say. Okay, well, you know, Jesus showed us how to love each other, and that's why we want to obey him. So I'm going to ask Jordan now to put on our special video. Thank you. Jordan?
The church is the building we go to when we want to learn about God.
Nope, this is a church.
Those are people.
Yep, in fact, it's you and me.
You kinda lost me.
The church isn't a building. The church is the people who have made Jesus the leader of their lives. And that's us. We don't go to church, we are the church. And we exist for the world.
Oh, okay. I still don't get it.
Let's look in the book of Acts. That's where the Bible talks about the very first church, the people who first believed in Jesus. They didn't have buildings to meet in, so they met where they could, usually in people's homes.
So their church was a house?
Nope, the church met in houses. Even then, the church was the people. And the apostles taught them many things about God. They did great and wonderful things with God's power. God did amazing things through everyone in the church.
Through all the people? How?
The people of early church put others first. They prayed together, they shared meals, they shared their time, they shared everything.
Everything? Really? Are you sure?
Sure, I'm sure. The Bible tells us that when one of them needed something, others shared what they had. They even sold things and used the money to help out.
That's amazing.
That's putting others first. The early church was really good at it. For instance, this one guy, Joseph, sold a field and brought the money to the people of the church to help those who needed it.
Awesome. What made them do that?
They all agreed. They all wanted to live like Jesus, and the apostles told them how Jesus put others first when he died on the cross and went up to heaven.
The early church learned about Jesus and lived like him. So they put others first. I think I get it.
Great, but you haven't heard the best part. When others saw how those first church people lived, it made them want to follow Jesus too. In fact, more people decided to follow Jesus every single day.
Wow. God did do amazing things through the first church people.
And God still does amazing things through his people when they live like Jesus and put others first.
Right. Because we are the church.
And we exist for the world.
I hope you enjoyed that. That was great, wasn't it? So remember to put Jesus first and to put others first and see what happens. Thank you for listening.